Crevel. That is a nice snook. That is a nice size speckled trout, people. It's on. Oh my God, I just hit a freaking tarpon, people. Oh, you just spit it. Welcome everyone. It's a cold winter day here in Southwest Florida. It's like 62 degrees and it's blowing 15 to 20 miles an hour at times. So I really didn't feel like battling that for very little reward. So I figured I would kind of go through some of the tackle that I like. I personally don't like doing these videos just because I get tongue-tied and I don't like the way I talk. So please bear with me. So I'm going to go over some soft baits, some hard baits that I choose, that I personally like and that have worked pretty well for me. First off, I'm going to do which you've all heard me pitch before, the Nico bait paddle tail. This is my go-to for my trout. This one's actually used. It's got seaweed on it still, but I mean, super stretchy. I went up when I was up north. I tested this with bluefish, and I probably caught maybe 15 bluefish with this one paddle tail before it was actually time to replace it. Super stretchy. It's Nico bait. It's a 5.5 paddle tail. They make these in the white, a glow, and a pink. I prefer the pearl white. But they're great paddle tails. The only problem with them, I don't know if it's a problem, but they are on the expensive side. You get a packet of 2 for like $8. So they are on the expensive side, but they do last a long time, so it is worth it. Some of the other paddle tails that I've used and I've been trying, this is a Tsunami paddle tail in pearl. It's kind of weird. It's a little bit jointed. It's kind of got like chunks out of it to make it super, to make the paddle tail fling. They're okay. I think on a weighted belly hook they'd be better than a jig head, as they are pretty thin. As the Nico baits is only a jig head. It has a hole in the nose, so if you try to put a screw in belly weighted hook, it doesn't work. But these work for those. These Tsunamis work for those. It's a 4-inch paddle tail. It is scented. I don't know. I've had limited success with them. And the DOAs, these are actually the glow in the dark ones, which that's all they had when I sent Jen to the store a couple weeks ago. All they had at Walmart was the glow. But I think for trout, I don't think the difference between a pearl and a glow is going to make a big deal. But any of the DOAs, I love this color. Absolutely love this color. What even is it called? It's just, I don't know. I don't even know what kind of color it is. It's like it's got some silver flash with a little bit of green. Let me take one out. It is just an awesome color. I just picked these up today for Jen. So this is going to be in Jen's kayak. But it's a great little color. I personally found that anything that is a little bit on the clear side and crystally, flashy, I think works better for a shrimp pattern. So I mean, if you're going for like redfish, I love these for redfish. They seem to trick the reds thinking it's a shrimp, and you're just popping it off the bottom. These gold ones with the chartreuse tail, they work pretty good too for trout. And I've actually caught some reds and some snook on those. So I like to keep those in my box at all times. And you know, gulp does work too, but you know, gulp is just I'm not a huge fan of gulp anymore. I found that you really don't need it down here anyway. When I was up north, it was the only way to do for fluke. If you wanted a fluke, you use gulp. But down here, I've kind of gotten away from gulp. I mean, yes, I've caught some nice fish on gulp. I had a gulp shrimp, one of the big, you know, 4.5 inch, 5 inch gulp shrimps that I was just popping off the bottom, and I caught in a very nice snook. I think it was a 26, 28 inch snook. That surprised the heck out of me. So gulp does work. Probably in these colder temperatures, slow pitching, you know, slow rolling a gulp in would probably be the best thing to do. But I just, I don't know, it's kind of, anyway. Twitch baits. I love twitch baits. I have found that they are my favorite baits to use down here. And Uzuri is probably the top on my list. This is what is this? 4.5? No, I'm sorry, 3.5 inch slow sinking 3D prism inshore by Uzuri, and it is just an awesome bait. There are so many ways to fish this, and I really enjoy that. You can just crank it in, and it does this. And actually, on a beautiful summer morning, and you get the sun coming up, and you start twitching this, you start reeling this thing in quick, it really flashes, and it gets that trigger. It gets that trigger bite. If you jerk it in like it's supposed to be, I mean, it is a twitch bait. If you twitch it or jerk it in, it works phenomenally. They make all different kinds. This was the first one I bought, the blue with the silver, and then I found this kind of like greenish one. Actually, it's not my greenish one. I have another one that's more greenish, but this one with the red, I caught a lot of snook with this one lure. So they work for redfish, snook, and trout. It's just a great lure. These sizes I found, or I'm finding, is better in the spring and summer. Then I found recently, these little ones. These are like 2 3/4. Yeah, 2 3/4. These I just bought today, again for Jen's box. But I do have a couple of my own. And these little twitch baits are going to be killer this time of the year, I think. I truly believe that. Just because of the size. I mean, this is another one. This is mine. You know, it's just a small one again. It's got the little red face. It's just, I think it's going to be a killer winter bait. I can't wait to get back out there and try that. Mirror lure. I don't exactly remember which one this is. I'm bad with names, but this is just another twitch bait. You know, all my twitch baits, pretty much all my baits, I've gone to single hooks, and if not, I've at least gone to a 1 rear treble. When that fish is flaring around, you don't want to have a treble hook flying, getting in your hand. I started this up north with big plugs because you can grab that plug, and you know, you got a big plug you can grab if you can't grab the fish. Like bluefish, you're not going to lip them, but you can grab that plug and grab that, you know, and you can get the fish under control before you put your fish grip on. So that's why I take the front hooks off. I've liked the single hooks when the grass, there's a lot of grass floating in the water, or you know, your water column is on the shorter side and you got grass sticking up. I find an up-swung single hook, inline single, catches less grass. So yes, I have lost some fish because of it. You know, the hook ratio has gone down, but a single hook is a lot better for a fish than a treble. So, and it's better for your hands. This is a Rapala Twitch and Minnow, X-Rap Twitch and Minnow. Great bait. this one has been chewed quite a bit. This one, the white I like for trout, and the green and blue for trout and redfish and snook. But the whites, I really like the whites. You know, it's just an awesome bait to throw. So these are always in my box as well. I just absolutely love the little twitch baits. Top water, I haven't. Hold on. I haven't done. Haven't done a lot with top water, but you know, I have found a couple that I do like. This is the let's see. This is the Kevin Van Dam. It's actually a freshwater plug. It's just a spook type. And then I have another one here. This is an X-Wrap. This is the Subwalk X-Wrap. This might be the Skitter Walker. I'm not exactly sure. Again, I don't really remember. And then I also have one made by Missouri. This one, I have the box right here. This is a Top Knock pencil. It's a 4-inch. Again, Missouri 3D prism inshore. And this one I've had a little bit of success. I haven't used it quite a bit, but that does seem to work pretty good. Another Uzeri is the shrimp. Again, I take the front hook off, but this is the Crystal Shrimp by Uzeri. I'm still trying to figure this one out. Haven't had anything on this one yet, so I haven't bought any more. I may just have to change my colors. But going back to the twitch baits, they even make bigger ones. This one I've had success. This Jacks really like this. And of course, there's the big white one. This one actually I caught a few trout on this. So those are my kind of my go-tos. You know, this is the Smack It Junior. I'm sorry, this is the Smack It Senior. I have not been able to find any Smack It Juniors. This one works really well for jacks. Nice rattles. So those are my baits that I primarily use down there. I don't spend a whole lot of time switching up. You know, my bait selection, I mean my rods to my baits, I will always have a hard bait on one rod. I will always have a soft plastic of some sort, either a weighted belly hook, a screw-in weighted belly hook with a little paddle tail or a little jerk shad. I will always have one of these twitch baits on, and during this, you know, I usually during the summer months I will always have a paddle tail with my Nico bait on. It's an Iwashi paddle tail by Nico bait. I should have said that at the beginning. I apologize. I will always have one of these on a bait caster just for trout. When I find 3 to 4 feet of water in the summertime, I just start chucking it. I will always have, I try to always have a rod set up with a cork, pop and cork, usually with just a very, very small hook with some fish bites. A small piece of fish bite, I throw it toward the mangroves, and I try to get pinfish this big, and then I send it out on my big rod, and I just let it swim behind me, and that's how I've gotten a lot of sharks. Surprise, surprise. And that's how, if you remember, during the tournament, that's how I got my winning snook. It was just live lining, dragging behind me a live pinfish. that works really well. So there's not much else I can really show you. Yeah, I mean, I don't spend a lot of time switching things up. I mean, maybe I should. For this year, maybe I should do more shrimp, live shrimp. I don't know. I just feel shrimp, yes, it works. I get it. But I just feel anybody can put a shrimp on and throw it toward the mangroves. You know, I'd rather trick that red to thinking this is a shrimp instead of just throwing a live shrimp. That's just me. I prefer artificials. You know, we deplete the shrimp population just for bait. Anyway, so that's gonna do it. I apologize if it's a little on the boring side, but you know, it's been a rough couple weeks. You know, the weather has not been great. Last weekend, the one day we didn't have any wind, I was not able to go get out. Just too much other stuff going on, and you know, every weekend it seems to be windy. It's been tough, and next weekend's forecast at this point, not looking good. It's actually supposed to be colder than this weekend, but I'm hoping there's no wind, because a 55-degree day with no wind and bright sun is a lot different than a 65-degree day with 15-mile-an-hour winds and no sun. So let's hope for the best for next weekend. I'm gonna get out. I mean, I have to. I'm kind of going through withdrawals here. So thanks for hanging. Please like and subscribe. Ring the notification bell. Please think about becoming a patron. I like to thank my patrons. Because of their pledges, I can buy new stuff. Yeah. If you're looking for a guide in Southwest Florida, look me up. Email me at fishin-dips1@gmail.com, and I'll send you all my guiding information. And yeah, until next time, I'll see you out there.